this set is a recreation of a battle that happened in the Clone Wars TV series. I say that because you can see in the background here is what looks to be the Coruscant planet. And with the new 2023 box art, this yellow stripe, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, indicates that this is a Clone Wars Lego set. This set is actually really close to my heart because it just happens to be an updated version of my first ever Lego set number 7655, and it was also a Clone Trooper battle pack, but just with less of the stuff in it. So I figured start off my ASMR channel with the updated version of my first ever Lego set. So what I hope for this video is that you guys can sit back and relax while I build this Lego set. And I hope you can get just as much relaxation out of it as I do while building it. Because in my experience, building Legos can be really relaxing. And so I hope it is for you too. So let me just give you a quick over of the box. It looks like we have an Octubara, I think it's called, droid build right here. We have a staff for the droid to be on. We have a little battle station for the clones, and we have a speeder for the clones. This has 9 minifigures in it, which is a lot for something that is only $30. And back here we just get a little more of the landscape, and we get to see the battle that is taking place on Coruscant with these figures. So everybody just sit back and relax, and let's get started with we'll keep that over there. So we're going to start off with bag number 1 and instruction manual number 1. starting off with this little grate that's going to hold this little detonation bomb piece with the printing on it. It goes in there, and we put this on top. Then we have a little grate. This is a very small set, so the build is very straightforward. But it looks like we're going to be putting that there. This on top. The snapping sound of Lego is just really satisfying to me. We have that as the base. And now we're going to be putting these two red pieces on here that have holes on the side because I suppose something's going to go on the side of them later on. Let me just move these cones over here for now. I'm going to put this here. Nice snapping sound. Hopefully this video doesn't take too long because it is also just my first video, so I want to get ready to start making more content on different Lego sets, especially because I have built this one already actually, and this is my second time building it, so I bought two of them. I'm a very big Lego collector, and I've been trying to collect almost every set I can reasonably afford at my age. That goes on there. So I figured, why not have multiple battle packs since you're essentially creating an army. This goes in like that. We have a little gun to put on the sides here. Looks like it goes on right there. I actually don't remember this part very well. I find that for some reason when I'm making ASMR videos, that was a good sound right there, I don't really remember what I built while I was doing it, and I think it's because of the anxiety surrounding it. We have a little gun there. I don't know if you can see that. And I just kind of black out in a way and forget like what it is that I'm doing, or if it's just because I don't remember building it. But anyways, I think it's interesting that they put these two little guns back here so they can shoot out the back of the speeder. Here we're going to do the other side. Put another turret. It seems like this speeder has a lot of heavy artillery to take out as many droids as possible. first ever Lego set, which was basically just like this, except it only had clone troopers in it, and it was in 2007, so you can imagine the quality was less great. But oh, this is cool. Here we go. We have a little handle there that they can hold on to. But my grandma actually was the one to bring me to get my first Lego set with my cousin, actually, when I was really little. And we went to like I think it was like a Goodwill of sorts, a thrift shop maybe, and which is ironic because I can't find Legos in thrift shops anywhere nowadays. We're going to be putting these in here to make these front turrets, again with the heavy artillery. And they're going to go in front here. Wow, this really has a lot of guns on it. I never realized that until now when I'm actually talking about it. This is such a cool speeder though. I like how it's the clone colors. The red, white, and gray. Most of Star Wars has gray in it because of like the technology in it and everything. Not a lot of color, so it's nice to see pops of color in sets whenever you can get your hands on it. And those classic shields in the front, I don't really know their purpose, but I'd assume maybe to protect the turrets. And all we have left to do is put in the blue little, I don't actually know what you would call them in the Star Wars universe, like lasers. Let me know down in the comments if you know, because I'm drawing a blank right now for some reason. But here it is, finished. It's a really nice model. But now we're going to be moving on to, I think, part of the Octopara drawing. Moving on to bag 2 now. Here we go. Moving on to bag 2. Get a few nice sounds in there while we prepare the instruction manual. I love this. We're going to start out by making a shock trooper. Here, let me move everything up further. Another thing that points this towards being a Coruscant battle is because of the placement of a shock trooper here. And it looks like Lego actually valued the accuracy of the figures that they're putting in the set, because where's this little gun? Oh, here it is. Little gun, little gun, little gun. Because you wouldn't really find a Coruscant trooper anywhere but Coruscant. They are essentially the police of the planet, and they don't usually go off of it unless to maybe like was there, and she let us. That's a loud snap. She let us pick out whatever set we wanted. One of the little ones, of course. And we could both each pick one. And funny enough, now that I'm thinking about it, my choice was actually the droid battle pack, and my cousin's was the clone battle pack. They really fixed the snap on these figures because they used to break often, and these are actually a new model of the figure, and I'd love to do a comparison in the future of them. But these are the super battle droids. Super battle droids. Super battle droids. Super battle droids. So we'll just put those over there. And then we'll start with the little battle station. So my cousin chose the Clone Trooper battle pack, and I chose the droid battle pack. Although I remember being sort of jealous of his and wanting to have the Clone Trooper one too. So I played with his as well. And so when I talk about my first ever Lego set being this, it was actually 2 Lego sets in a way, but I just have very fond memories of this one. Put that there. This set has come such a long way from its 2007 counterpart, which again, I feel like I'd love to do a comparison of the 2 sets when I rebuild my old one. Check this out. This is like a little barricade for the clone troopers to hide behind when fighting the droids so that they're less likely to get blasted. And it comes with a little gun as well, so that they can hide behind cover and they can shoot the droids. There we go. Now put the little energy bolts inside, and then you can shoot them just like the speeder, like this. That didn't work. Let me try that again. Okay, now we're gonna shoot it again. That still didn't work. Man, that's a bummer. But okay, that's completed. And now I think we're moving on to the Octoptara droid. I don't remember its name exactly. I just remember that it sounded like octopus. 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 Forgive me if I'm forgetting to make more sounds in this video. It is my first video, and I'm still kind of getting the hang of this multitasking thing because there's actually a lot that I need to pay attention to, like my movements need to be really slow and subtle. also need to pay attention to what I'm building. And I think maybe this is why I forget what I'm doing sometimes. I also don't want to make this video too long. Oh, we're actually building the staff speeder. I'm wrong about the Octutara droid. We're building a staff speeder for the droids to ride on. And I actually really love these things. I love when LEGO includes these in sets, because it's not often that you get things that a droid can actually ride on. Most of the time it's just the droid itself that is doing the attacking, and they're just kind of cannon fodder. But I really love them, of these things. And here we're putting together these things that they can hold on to and shoot out of from the top. So that's really cool, and you can take the droid and you can put him on it, if I could do so. And so he rides the staff speeder, and they use these translucent pieces to make it look like it's floating. I believe that's it for the first instruction manual. So here we have a fresh batch of LEGO pieces, which I feel like I should be making more of an effort to move around more, and I will note that down for my next videos. But here we're going to be making the Octutara droid. So here we go. Let's get started. This is most likely this entire droid is based on, because here it splits the build into 3 parts, which will create the 3 legs of the droid. Whenever I was little, I always felt like I had a safe place with Legos. Like I could just go into another world and practice some form of escapism. They were really... Where's this piece? Oh, here it is. They were really relaxing for me to build. And they also kind of helped with my addictive personality a little bit, because I could collect Legos and I could relax while building them, and I can enjoy when they're completed and appreciate the art form, which is collecting. So we're going to put this on here, and then we're going to put this right on top, which is actually really cool. This is going to make the half circle or complete circle of the top of the droid's head. And what's actually really interesting here is that there's like a little brain, this little pink sparkly piece, I don't know if you can tell from there, is going inside the head. So it's almost as if the droid itself has a brain of some sort. This makes a really nice sound. That's a really satisfying sound. noticeable in some form. It depends on what you're making. We're going to do all three of these. Let me know in the comments if you'd like me to adjust the camera a little bit, or if you think that this is good where it is. I feel like maybe I should adjust it slightly so that everybody can see better what I'm doing. But here we have, that sounds nice. These joints make up a little snapping sounds when you move them so that they can lock into position. Let me get him out of the way for now, put him right. Oh, that's not gonna work. We'll just lay him down right there. Okay. Then we will put each of these little sloped pieces on here. I hope I'm building this correctly and I haven't made any mistakes, because for some reason when I'm focusing on so many things at once, I don't actually know whether I'm doing everything exactly the way as intended. But I think my, 20 years of Lego building experience, maybe I can just kind of do it automatic. Which, actually, now that I think about it, has become a bit of a problem over the years. That when, of course, Lego building is not a difficult thing, it's a very easy thing. But when you're younger, it's a little bit more challenging and a little more different each time as you get better. But now that I'm older, I find that I'm so quick and so, I guess, experienced with the building process that I just breeze right through builds, and then all of a sudden I'm done and I have a build, but I don't completely remember the experience. And it doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes I get something that actually does challenge me a little bit, but it's not too often that happens. But I'm hoping that recording these will make it so that I'm able to have a looks a little funny when he's standing upright like that. But now we're going to pose him and make sure he's put into the correct position, which I think goes like this. And then you move these down here like this. I hope I did that correctly. It looks correct. And here he is. He's a little wide, in my opinion. I didn't know he was that wide, but okay. Now it looks like we're going to put these bars into the side of him. And we're almost, I think we're just giving him his eyes. I'm gonna put that right there. Put this right here so that it creates a little gap from here so that we can clip a piece right here for his eyes. Lego really thinks everything through. I can't imagine what it would be like to be a Lego designer, because you have to think of different scenarios, you have to think of safety, you have to think of what looks best aesthetically, and there's so many pieces to choose from, and I feel like I would just get really overwhelmed by all of the options. But I suppose maybe they just cycle through pieces every now and again, and they really just use the pieces that they have available to them. Here are these missile pieces that are going to go into the holes that way, and that way, and that way. So now, these are flick fire missiles, like back in the old days where you can just flick and it shoots out like that. Let's move. So guys, that is going to be it for this video. I hope to make some type of comparison at some point between this Lego set and its predecessor.